One of my favorite facets of paleontology is often not or I shouldn't say often, isn't just the actual, like, known science behind it. It isn't just the dinosaurs and the Ediacaran fauna or the Cambrian explosion. It's actually a lot of the thought experiments that come from it. Um, for example, one of my favorites is called the Permian Hypothesis. Um, this thought experiment, and I am saying this is just a thought experiment. There is no documented papers uh, proving it. Uh, there is nothing to say that this is actually real or some kind of conspiracy. It is just a thought experiment, something a scientist came up with as just this is a cool idea that can technically, under our current knowledge, be true. Um, but the Permian hypothesis states that with our current level of infrastructure, that means building, so concrete, reinforced concrete, steel buildings, glass, all of that would not survive about 100 million years, which is right around the Permian period, meaning that, in theory, if there was a intelligent civilization, at the very least on the level of that humans have, we would never know about it, because all we would have would be their remains, and or I should say is maybe their remains, and we would have no evidence of tools or buildings or any significant structures that would suggest any sort of civilization or culture. Um, Now, that's not to say things during the Permian weren't intelligent. They just may not have had a human level intelligence or a human level culture. And that also goes into a whole mess of what do you define as having human level intelligence and what do you define as having a human like culture, which is a whole can of worms that is all for the anthropologists. That's for you guys. I don't touch that, unfortunately. Um, but it's an interesting thought. I mean, how would we know if something similar to our species evolved before? We wouldn't, or at least it'd be highly unlikely for us to find out about it.